All right, so how Nadia went from Warzone Pro to OnlyFans, bro. I remember I used to be tapped into Nadia, honestly. Honestly, I knew she was cheating, but like I just thought the content was good. So I was always tapped in. But people didn't like it. They didn't like her in general. She was a female. She was really good, but like you could tell she was cheating. But we're gonna get into the video, let the guy do the explaining, not me.
When people talk about cheaters in the gaming industry, their careers usually end after they've been exposed, with them getting banned from the game and a viral clip of them cheating usually being the last people ever hear of them. I mean, you can go and ask Clara.
Yo,
wait, what the f, Clara?
But very rarely does someone manage to turn cheating allegations.
Yo, she was clearly cheating. I've seen that clip many times.
Managing to still even get invited to gaming tournaments. And if that sounds insane, well, that was the life of Nadia. But somehow, even after defying all of the odds, she still managed a way to fumble it, practically losing all of her viewers, having to launch a career in more unsavory parts of the internet.
Crazy,
so the question is,
to all the women who watch my channel, if life is kicking your ass, do not start an OnlyFans. It's not over. There's so many great things you can do. Like, for instance, if you're in college, you're in OnlyFans, what the fuck are you doing, bro? In college, bro, you should be going to get your degree, get a nice degree. Because I'm telling you, there's some degrees, it don't even got to be in that same field. You can just get it. Instant job. Don't do OnlyFans, bro. It's not good for the environment. And I wish they would shut that down. Because I have not done. I don't beat my meat. I don't do none of that. I've been clean. Honestly, it's gonna help you in the long run, bro. I promise y'all.
Exactly happened to Nadia, and how did she end up this way? Well, to figure that out, we first have to go back to 2021, which was the era of
Cold War was honestly
during this time period. Call of Duty Warzone was peaking, with the game amassing over 100 million registered players, and in-game events garnering streams of over 1 million.
I missed this version of Call of Duty.
And when a game has an audience and player base
it's not even the best
size,
version, though.
It is a perfect opportunity for new content creators. And on June 28th of 2021, Nadia would take advantage of that, posting her first video titled, "This female gamer just beat the world record." In this video, she claims to drop 44 kills in a Warzone match to get a new world record. And being that she was a girl, this would start to gain her a lot of attention. And as a result of this attention, she would continue going down this path months later, with her first stream on Twitch claiming that she matched the world record in kills, with her getting 47 in one match. Now, as we know by now, just being good at the game won't grant you an audience. However, if you're a semi-attractive girl, that kind of can.
Bro, yes, that's why I'm telling females, bro. If you don't gotta do an OnlyFans, you can easily do YouTube. You could be the worst player at the game. Nah, not that. You could be decent at the game. If you just learn how to play the game and you're decent, you're going to get some guys who just want to be there to look at you. Now, that's going to be creepy, but you're going to have those type of people. You're going to have, if you have 100,000 subs, you're going to have at least 50,000 of those who are just looking at you. They're just there for you. And that's good, because imagine that other 50 who are just there because they just wanted to subscribe and support. You have another 50 that's always going to be there. Bro, I'm telling y'all women, y'all don't got to do OnlyFans. There's so much money out there for y'all.
Obviously,
I promise y'all, there's money out there for y'all.
So when someone like
y'all are just misled right now, bro.
Herself as the best female Warzone player, she was able to easily etch out her own lane. You can also see this branding in a bunch of her early titles on YouTube videos. Like best female player, 27 kills, Fortunes Keep solos.
Nah, I don't know the video. I came off a TikTok from her.
Fortunes Keep, and a bunch of other videos. And these videos weren't specific to YouTube, because at the same time, she was also growing her TikTok.
Yeah, that's where I found her.
A bunch of her skill gameplay, like 3v1 clutches, 4v1 clutches, and TikToks where she leaned into the cute gamer girl aesthetic.
All gamer girls are ugly or fat.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't play this part because of copyright, but you guys get the point. She was leaning into an audience that's very easy to gain a following in. And as you can probably guess, the comments were a bunch of thirsty guys saying things like, "Sheesh, let's play though. Simps assemble. All right, bet. So when we play,
these are grown ass men. Bro, this guy definitely has a blue collar job and he's doing this. All right, bet. So when we playing, I'm on every day. Catch some vibes and dubs.
And
He's
some
not just
dubs.
catching vibes and
through
dubs.
this
He's
kind
trying
of
to catch
marketing
ass
mixed
and
with the skilled
titties.
gameplay, over time she was able to amass a large following. Her videos began pulling in tens of thousands of views, and as Call of Duty Warzone continued to grow in popularity,
Bro, see,
so
look
did
at
her
this, bro.
audience. Her streams on Twitch also started to grow exponentially. From this chart,
Bro, I
you
hope
see that
y'all
her
women
average
see this
views were
and like
relatively
realize
low for a
y'all
while,
don't
and
gotta
then
do
there was a sharp
OnlyFans, bro.
increase where she started to gain and average thousands of viewers at a time, with her peak around this time being a max of 14,000 viewers. And all of this was simply from Warzone.
That's good.
She even started catching the attention of people who were OGs in the Call of Duty space like FaZe Rug, with him responding
FaZe
to a
Rug.
tweet about her saying, "Dude, she's actually so good. I see her stuff on TikTok all the time and she
This nigga FaZe Rugs was just trying to clap some cheeks. I'm telling y'all, I know what method he's doing. I know his method. It ain't gonna work on me. I know your method. We know what you're doing here, bud.
He's insane." And with recognition like that, I think it's valid to say that Nadia was becoming a staple in the Warzone community. However, this is also around the time where things started to take a turn. Because although wise and reputation wise were increasing, rumors about her gameplay throughout the internet started to spread, and they were spreading fast. A lot of her viewers and critics alike began slowing down her clips and watching them very closely frame by frame, and pointing out instances where her aim and tracking looked very, very suspicious. You can see on this Reddit post under the forum r/streamers cheating, where the viewers clipped Nadia'S gameplay and discussed whether or not she was using cheats because her aim seemed to look like it's snapping. For a bit of context,
Honestly though, but like, here's the thing. I don't care. Like, if you admit, here's the thing with most people. I feel like if you admit that you're cheating, they wouldn't care. For instance, I knew she was cheating. I just wanted to see somebody do good at the game, be good at the game. You feel me? So I didn't care if she was cheating. If she would have openly admitted that she was cheating, of course she probably would have got banned. But at least it would have been better. And even if you didn't get banned, at least, you know, like, it seems legit. Like, that's the only thing about her. I feel like she kept on denying, but it was obvious that you were cheating. So like, I just feel like that was ultimately the biggest reason why her career, why this happened to her. You feel me?
Often used when talking about cheaters and shooters because it refers to the player's crosshair instantly locking onto the enemy in a way that looks unnaturally fast and like precise.
Yeah.
And this usually only happens when the person has aimbot.
Yo,
Here's
this
an
guy's
example
playing at
of someone on
180p.
TikTok showing off their own custom aimbot. And I want you guys to remember how this gameplay looks because we're going to compare this to the Reddit clip that they posted for Nadia. And the only thing that's really important here is you can see how the crosshair locks onto the enemy and it doesn't leave. Now, if we compare this footage to Nadia'S, we kind of see the same exact thing.
Yeah.
As you can see from this clip, Nadia'S crosshair locks onto the other enemies after she's done
Oof.
shooting. And the person who clipped this even put it in different forms of slow-mo just to emphasize the point. In the comments, another person even had something similar to say when they said, "I tuned into her stream based on Twitch recommendations today. This was the first game I watched. Turned her channel off after I saw this. Watch her aim drag towards the player through walls."
Yeah. I had that blueprint right there.
And I'm pretty sure they're talking about this clip right here.
Holy
where
shit.
her crosshair drags towards
Yeah, because like you can't see her. You can't see that nigga on the mini map. What the hell?
And I'm pretty sure they're talking about this clip right here, where her crosshair drags to where the
hell
person
no.
is behind the wall. Even though there's no possible way she could have known that the person was there. There were even critics that attempted to identify the kind of aimbot Nadia was using, with their best guess being that she had lower torso aim, which stemmed from the fact that she usually shot people in the stomach.
She had like 40 kills, just lower torso. And if you watch Stir Fox gameplay of it, it looks exactly the same. There's no difference. So there's no such thing as lower torso aimbot. There is aimbot set to the lower torso.
And after some of these critics would actually download an aimbot to test this theory, putting the settings on stomach aim, the results would be eerily similar to Nadia'S gameplay.
Yeah, why is everybody having like 1080p? Bro, not 1080p, 10, yeah, no, I don't know. But bro, one thing I want to realize, once like your video is like 2019, for some reason every video's from 2021 downwards, the quality looks terrible, and I want to know why that is. Like, I feel like YouTube or somebody's doing that, because like there's no way these clips look like this, and I'm on 1080p. I swear, but this is not just for this video. This is for so many other videos I've seen before. Like, bro, I need some of that.
So now that we know what the aimbot version looks like, let's compare this to Nadia.
Holy shit. No real nigga can aim like that. Consistently like that. Holy. Now we can't say one thing. Her movement was pretty good though. Her movement was definitely good. We can't deny that, because you can't cheat with movement, I'm pretty sure. So her aim was just oddly just, yeah. Holy shit, yeah, you can't do that shit. I'm sorry. She's on a controller too.
For some reason, her tracking and aim looks perfectly tailored towards the lower half of the body, which is exactly what the critics were saying. And surprisingly enough, this wasn't even the only aimbot test critics tested on Nadia'S gameplay, because in another scenario, they tested Nadia'S aimbot for snapping on certain parts of the map.
So right here, Nadia aimbot was about to pick up this player that was in front of her, and then her aim violently starts hitting the rock, not passing the rock at all, but just starts hitting right through the edge. And if you actually continue watching, you would realize that Nadia did not even notice there was a player there until she looked up at the minimap.
Tino RW's argument is that Nadia'S aimbot picked up on someone even before she realized it, and as a result, that caused her aim to violently snap to the right without her even realizing it. That junk is
strong as hell.
He decided to download aimbot himself to test this theory, and surprise, surprise, when he tested, he got almost an identical match to Nadia'S gameplay.
Now here, StirFox has his aimbot set to friendlies, and you can already see that his aimbot is doing the exact same thing that Nadia'S aimbot was doing. Trying to lock onto my player model behind the rock, and him not shooting, just to see if the same pattern would occur. And if you actually play these side by side, which I will do, you can see that her aim literally lines up in the exact same position.
This is beyond me. What the fuck? He downloaded the aimbot. Wow.
Same gun.
I'm telling you, bro. If niggas want to find out something, they gonna find out. They gonna find out. Wow.
So based on some of these theories and tests alone, there was definitely a valid argument that Nadia was cheating in her streams. However, although all of these people from around the internet—
Hold up, guys. I gotta take care of business real quick. Give me a second. All right, y'all. I'm back. Rate the eats. All right, look. We got already ate 1.5 chicken tenders. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold up. Damn, I need a new camera, and I need to... All right, just to make sure y'all can see. Why is my face cam up there? Who the fuck cares? Look, this is the eats right here. We got 2 chicken tenders, Zack sauce, and toast. Now, I don't eat the toast all the time. Let's switch back to reaction vid camera.
That accused her of cheating. At the end of the day, these were still just allegations. Regardless though, it seemed like Nadia wanted to clear the air. So because of that, Nadia would respond to the cheating allegations in a YouTube video titled, "The Truth About Me Cheating."
Hi YouTube, in this video I really want to address the cheating allegations that are made against me.
To sum up this video, firstly, Nadia completely denies cheating altogether.
I remember this video. I remember this. She had another one too. Because it was them talking about how she has wall hacks because she could see, she would look up at a second monitor. I remember this video.
Explains that she's just good at the game.
I want to first say that I have never cheated and I never will.
She also goes into the point that she's been playing Call of Duty for a long time and that she's just now only being accused of cheating because she's blowing up in popularity. She also attributes a lot of the cheating allegations to the fact that she's a woman, arguing that much of the backlash comes from sex.
Now, I can defend her. Some of it probably is because of that. I'm gonna be real. There is some niggas who just don't like women succeeding, and vice versa for the women. They don't like seeing men succeeding. There's a lot of people like that. But it's kind of obvious. It's very obvious that you were cheating. It's not mainly just sexist people. It was low-key just people who just did not like seeing cheaters blowing up and getting all this, like, you know, You feel me? Cause like, yeah. Let me stop
within
talking.
the male-dominant gaming space, rather than from legitimate concerns about her gameplay.
I also do want to talk about the problem that is going around of me being a female in a male dominant industry. I know that many people in the community, many guys, Zealanders, Swag, a bunch of them, get accused for cheating. But the backlash that I've received over these allegations are not nearly as brutal as what a man would get. The harassment I've been getting is not because I am cheating, as they say. A lot of it is go wash the dishes, go make me a sandwich. It's the same old jokes that were used.
She ain't lying about that part too. There is a lot of them. But you can't lie, it's very obvious too.
Used in like 1960s that are still being used. Are they saying these things because they think I'm cheating, or are
Women's
they
got
saying
rights
these
in
things because they
1920s.
don't
What's she
like
talking
watching
about?
Women do better than them.
Hold on, let's go
Jokes
back.
that were used in like 1960s. Go make me a sandwich. It's the same old jokes that were used in like 1960s that are
Women got rights in 1920s.
still being used. Are they saying these things because they think I'm cheating, or are they saying these things because they don't like watching women do better than them in a male dominant industry? I think that's really the question, because even before these cheating allegations started, the sexism in this community never slowed down. It was always there, and it became more prominent as my following started to grow.
And while some people may disagree that sexism played a role in some of the backlash she was receiving, it's definitely still
Why
worth
is this shit glitch
acknowledging.
like that? I don't want y'all seeing my
Because there
sorry
is a
ass
problem
YouTube
with harassing
analytics.
toward women in gaming. The only problem with this response is that she never really dissected the clips that people were talking about. She just blamed it on sexism and called it a day. And as a result, the video was heavily disliked, with it having 22,000 dislikes. But it should be noted that regardless of all the dislikes, the response to this video online definitely wasn't one-sided. Because on one hand, you had a lot of positive comments that were encouraging her, with people saying she's speaking facts, or they just haters keep doing what you're doing. There was also a bunch of women online coming to her defense, because from their eyes, they could understand the sexism in the gaming industry. One even wrote an article titled, "Call of Duty dipshits won't stop accusing Warzone's top female streamer of
Holy
cheating,"
dick.
which is obviously a very biased titled article, because it essentially labels anyone with criticism stupid. And this kind of discourse between the two sides of whether
Yo,
or not
Tom
she was
Holland,
cheating
what the
would go on
fuck?
for a while until
I
it
don't want to see your
ultimately reached a tipping
bitch
point.
ass.
And that tipping
Hold
point
up, what
would
the fuck? Oh, okay, he's off
be
screen.
when Nadia would compete in an in-person Modern Warfare 2 LAN tournament. As usual, when companies are scheduled to release a game soon, they usually give popular creators in the space early access to
Oh
show
my gosh, he's about to talk about the Modern Warfare 2 drama. Bro, this made me stop watching her for a little bit, because like it was clearly obvious, and like people was honestly getting mad at me for watching her. I'm like, I don't watch her no more. But I still, like, if I see her videos, I ain't gonna just instantly swipe. I'll look at it, but I don't go and just search her up.
it off and hype it up. And with the release of Modern Warfare 2's Warzone 2.0 coming out soon, they invited a bunch of creators to compete in a LAN tournament.
Yes, this
And
was
since
bad,
at the time
bro.
Nadia was one of the top female streamers, she was also invited.
Yo, what's up, TikTok? Listen up. Call of Duty flew me and some other creators out that you might know to LA to play the newest game, MW2 and Warzone.
Who is that nigga?
So make sure you click here so you can watch
Yo,
me smoke.
they definitely fucked the shit out of her. Holy dick. This lame ass nigga, I don't know how he fucked the shit out of her. He got them sorry ass glasses. This nigga, I don't know what the fuck. He definitely was putting it on the pain. She got fucked in that hotel, that same hotel. They just got done fucking her. That's probably the first video that was on her OF.
These two.
You thought I was feeling you? You would have thought.
And with this tournament happening at the height of Nadia's cheating allegations spreading online, it would either make or break her career, and I'll explain why. Up until this point, Nadia's crazy high skill and skillful games, whether in regular lobbies or tournaments, were all done in the comfort of her home, on her own setup, which at the time, a lot of critics believed could be hiding hacks. However, the only difference with this tournament is that this would be in person on a standard computer monitored by officials, meaning there was no possible way for her to cheat here. There was also the added bonus that since this was a LAN tournament and LAN stands for local area network, there would virtually be no lag or connection problems. In other words, from bad connection to aimbot, there was literally no excuses. So, if Nadia performed well here, all of her critics would be silenced and no longer have any ammo that she was cheating. But on the other hand, if she played terribly, she could no longer deny the cheating allegations.
Yeah.
And the people in her TikTok comment section knew this, with some of the comments being, aimbot doesn't work there, or your skill level better not change. 36,000 likes. You know you're not allowed to use a VPN when you play them, right? 77,000 likes. So obviously, there was a lot riding on the line here for Nadia, and it was her time to finally prove herself. But even before the tournament had begun, Nadia had already started making excuses, giving all of her viewers a foresight as to what was about to happen.
I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. Yesterday, they gave us a rehearsal time, okay? Come here and play. I did not play at all. I'm probably the only person in this room that has not played the game once. So if you guys see me play like dog shit, it's because, one, I haven't played at all.
This is what everybody says, because there's no way. Now, I can understand if you look a little worse, but like, you're not gonna look like absolute shit. If you're good at the game like that, I get off Fortnite. I have not played Fortnite in like a week or two, and that's my game. I'm not the best player, but I'm decent. I can still beat good players. Like, I can still, like, I've been playing since the start of the game. I'm good. I can go from this to, I can get on the game, warm up for about like a few minutes, and I'll be straight. It's impossible that you go from the aim that you're about to see, that y'all guys are about to see, from just not playing for one day. One day. It's impossible.
I had not touched this game, and two, I was not allowed to bring my Cronus.
Now, some people might hear this and say that she's making excuses because she's about to play bad. And if you're one of those people, you would be correct, because Nadia then proceeded to play terrible in this tournament,
I hated this map.
putting on the worst performance her viewers have ever seen from her.
What the fuck? Holy.
Going 4-15,
Holy.
which is tied for the bottom of the leaderboard when she's
This is worse than the Mavs record right now. And I'm a Mavs fan. This is worse than the Mavs record.
supposed to be the top female player. And it only gets worse from here, because while actually watching her gameplay, you start to realize that she doesn't actually know how to aim.
Whew.
Like, how on earth does she play like this at the tournament when at home she plays like this?
Don't go.
Oh my gosh, you cannot do that on a controller. Like, you can probably have 75% of that aim, but look at that drag
like
right
this.
there. Look at this. We're gonna go. Oh my gosh. No amount of aim assist is helping you do that. I barely use aim assist, but when I do use aim assist, I use aim assist. When I use aim assist, I turn it down just a little bit because I don't like the fact that I don't got full control of my aim. No, 100% aim assist won't let you do this.
Oh my god.
Literally hitting every shot on a person ascending up a
Holy.
rope.
Wow.
And it wasn't just aim that was the problem, it seemed to be a complete misunderstanding of how to play the game in general, with her even starting to shoot at her own teammates.
Okay, I can't blame her for this one. Hold up. I couldn't see the name tag for a little bit either. Look, you can't see the name tag for a little bit. I can't blame her on that one.
This guy was talking to the chat.
The amount of time she shot at her own teammates was insane. Then her team had a UAV active and she still jumped around corners, aiming in the other direction. And my favorite is every time she missed her shot, instead of shifting the joystick over to the line with the enemy, she just kept shooting air as if that sticky aim was going to kick in and snap onto the target. Because her performance was so bad, people instantly started making videos comparing to how differently she plays at home versus how she's playing here. And the differences were insane.
Oh my.
She eventually gets the kill, but the aim at the beginning is completely off.
I'm gonna be real. Okay, let me stop. Stop.
You're just a silly goose, aren't you?
That used to be my
her aim
gun.
here is crazy. But as you guys can see, this is why she was being accused of cheating. And after this tournament, they sounded a lot more reasonable. As a result of this event, the hate for Nadia tenfolded, with every theorist that alleged she was cheating before feeling completely validated after her horrid performance. And in response, since Nadia knew denying any of the allegations at this point would be futile, she decided to sarcastically play into them, regularly making videos and TikToks talking about how she's cheating and using aimbot.
I decided to turn off the aimbot for one day to see what I do, and I hit one of the nastiest clips you'll ever see. So maybe this clip right here will change your mind about me and show you why I am the best Warzone player, even without cheats.
And honestly, this became a genius marketing strategy and a new normal for her.
did.
Instead of denying the cheating allegations, she would just use them to title her videos and TikToks. And since she was already receiving a lot of hate comments, this was also used for engagement bait, and in the short term, it was a pretty good idea. However, even though she was getting smart with her marketing, as Warzone became less popular, so did her streams, with her having a steep decline in average viewership starting after November of 2022. And since she never really had a core audience, mainly people just hate watching, when the game decreased in popularity, she never really had a community to fall back on.
Yeah, that's one thing, bro. You got to build your community that likes you. Now, you can sit here and say, you only have 189 subscribers. How do you know all this stuff? It's just simple, basic knowledge. If you don't have a community who's willing to just watch you, do y'all think Corey would be as famous as he is if y'all just did not like him? Y'all like him a lot. We like him a lot. That's why he can post every once in a blue moon and have around 20 million views. That's why. And the thing is, most of the people who were watching her were either hating on her, probably simping over her, and stuff like that. But now that she doesn't have some audience who actually just is there for her, she dropped and it fell. You feel me? So that's what happens. That's why you gotta build a community that's specifically around you. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm not taking no shortcuts to my grind, because I know that eventually there's going to be days where your viewers are low, and it's all going to depend on who likes you, not just the content you're watching or the content that you're doing. If they're just watching because you're playing Fortnite, they're not there because of you. They're there because you are there, but they're watching your Fortnite gameplay. And for other games and other things. So that's why I'm trying to build a community that likes me.
Find a way to be entertaining and develop a community, or get left behind. And as a result, she completely quit Warzone, dropping the whole top female gamer act, and became a full-time hot tub streamer, completely killing any kind of small audience she did have, and replacing it with men who wanted to see her in a bikini. She even managed to quickly adapt into the honorary clickbait title and thumbnail combo, with new titles saying, "My crush has to do this if I win on Warzone," and "Ezra caught me cheating while they're all in bikinis." And while this new style of content did gradually seem to revive her streaming career, it did for all the wrong reasons. Even taking a look at her most popular clips on Twitch, it reveals what kind of content she became known for.
Y'all dared me and I got rejected. I don't know what to do. Like, that was a dare. I got dared, right?
Yeah, we're not watching this.
They were saying fall off in the
chat. Her content became freaky. That's as simple as it gets. And in the midst of this new freaky era of hers, with her posting increasingly revealing pictures on Twitter, she also decided to join a platform like OF called Fan House. And on that platform is where she would post exclusive 18+ content, which was met with a lot of backlash from the general public, with the fall off officially being recognized. A little bit after this arc, she did try returning to Call of Duty and Warzone, as you can gradually see her content start to shift back to COD. However, the viewership never recovered. She was even set to appear at a Delta Force streamer event alongside a bunch of skillful shooter streamers. However, due to all the backlash they were getting, they wound up taking her off the promotion, with Nadia claiming she was blacklisted from the event because of the bikini pictures she started posting. Which kind of leads us to where we are today, with Nadia not really having an identity and her viewership slowly falling off, with Nadia being in a constant decrease in viewership since April of 2025. And with her now focused on playing games again after nuking her audience with the bathtub streams.
Yes, man. I low-key feel bad for her. Not, I just genuinely, like, I honestly only watched her for specifically her gameplay. She was good at the game. But, I mean, she wasn't good at the game, but, like, the gameplay was good. So, that's why I watched her. It's sad to see this. But, honestly, I don't wish nothing bad on anybody's career. I don't do that. I honestly want everybody to get their money. I want everybody to get their fame, get what they want. If everybody could be happy, I would want that. Not everybody can be happy. Then you also got the other side of me who loves hating. But that's just because I just love hating. You gotta have some hate in the world. You feel me? Like it can't be a peaceful world. The world don't thrive off of straight peace. If everybody's peaceful, then what are we doing? It's not peace. It's just straight normalness. You feel me? Somebody gotta be a hater. And I'm gonna be a hater. For the clips though, for the jokes. Not just because I hate. I don't hate. Alright, but that's it for the video. I might record another one. I want on Friday because I'm gonna be at work. I want to have 2 videos to be able to drop. So I might record another one. So that's gonna be it.